Good afternoon, everyone. I'm M DADM from consulting company. Members of our company also have Amy Lee, Zhenzhen Meng, Ye Xiaoying, and Sam. Today, we will talk about how to improve the employee performance at ANZ Mobile Lending based on the given factors. Before starting today's speech, there are two questions we would like to ask. What factors can enhance workplace productivity, and what are the factors that affect employee performance? I believe there are lots of answers coming up because of the importance. So, in order to find it out, we need to discover what factors are the best measure of job performance. Although there are various methods, here we use a powerful method for examining the relationship between an outcome and one or more factors. We will identify the best combination of factors to predict employee performance and give advice to managers. After I introduce the background information of the company, Sam will give some general information about the factors. Next, Amy will discuss about our results and output. In addition, Yexiang will provide some examples to clearly explain how these factors affect the employee performance. Finally, Zhenzhen will make a conclusion and give some management suggestions, and there will be time for questions at the end of our presentation. Firstly, let's talk about background information of the company. The company has approximately equal proportions of male and female employees, and one-third of them are in management. Interestingly, employees have the average monthly work hour of 200, which is 24 hours higher than the national average. But only 9% of the employees have a fairly high salary. As the graph on the right shows, this is possibly because most employees have been working at the company for only 2 to 4 years. Additionally, three most popular departments are human resource, operations, and warehouse, while sales is the least populated sector. Now, Sam will continue to speak.
Hi, I'm Sam. Now let's have a look at the last evaluation score. It is essentially skewed to the left and very spread out. The employee with the best performance had a score of 1, while the worst performing one had a score of 0.36. Overall, the average score is 0.73. There are four factors affecting the score and these factors. We can make use of mini graphs or charts. The box plot essentially allows us to compare the average and spread of our data between each group. The box contains 50% of the data, and the average is indicated by the line at the center of the box. For percent remote, we can clearly see that the 80% group has substantially higher average score than the other two. The same pattern we observe for the satisfaction with remote work, while high satisfaction leads to high evaluation score. For sensor proximity, employees who tend to be closer to the company laptop with sensor proximity of 1 to 5 have a higher evaluation score than those who are more distant from laptop with sensor proximity of 6 to 10. Lastly, the scatter plot on the right tells us that the higher the engagement, the higher the evaluation score. Next, Amy will talk about our result and output when we actually make use of these factors to predict the evaluation score.
Hey guys, good afternoon. I'm Amy. I'm going to estimate relationships over summary output. We start from ANOVA. ANOVA is a section of analysis of variance. 4-degree freedom in regression. DF is K rate is 4. That means we have 4 predictors. They are percent remote, satisfaction remote, engagement, and sensor proximity. Observation is 524. We can go back to the data input. Yes, we can see 524 reservations. N is 524, K is 4, N minus K is 519, N minus 1 is 523. So the purpose of regression is give us the variability and why. as we want to know why these factors affect employee efficiency performance at a workplace. We measure the total variability is SS 15.30, summary S square total SSR is amount of regression 14.617, SSE is a residue. We run F-test. F-test is calculated for us by Excel. MSR over the MSE, 4-degree freedom denominator with 519-degree denominator. The important F result is 0. Now we come to R square. R square is representing 95% variance impact on mobile lenders' performance by percent remote satisfaction, remote engagement, and sensor proximity. And the last chart is coefficients. We look at coefficients. In here, we see a baseline is 0.0020 is a prediction of percentage of how affect the employee performance efficiency. So standard error, I have another word for it, which is tolerance. So that means there is a range you can have a mistake. T statistics. T distribution is n minus k equals 519. We can look up T table to get the result. Last step is equation. I like to put different numbers into the equation to clearly see the result, how different in between. So our equation is minus 0.002 plus 0.41 multiply 80. This is assumption number, and plus 0.01 multiply 6 plus 0.13 multiply 6 plus 0.002 multiply 5. The result is 34.188. So now I'm going to change engagement number from 6 to 7. We'll leave the rest of the number the same. So the result is going to be 34.318. I see the difference is 0.13, so that means any predictor number changed will impact on the result. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Amy. I'm Yexiang. I'll explain the above data through an example and discuss the maximum of the evaluation data. Recently, we started our new consulting business, also engaged in human resource management and headhunting. We are a strategic partner of ANZ's mobile lending, outsourcing the company's human resources work. ANZ's key performance indicator assessment for the previous financial year has just completed. In alphabetical order, we selected data from 11 employees and calculated the results using our technique. This chart is the data we grabbed in the initial calculations. Under our technique, these 4 factors have positively affected employee performance evaluation, especially engagement and percent remote. The minimum is 0.068 and the maximum is 1.027. In the raw data, the maximum employee performance is 1. However, we conclude that this indicator can greater than 1. In mainstream performance management systems, the KPI setting is 100 or 1, and other systems also set the maximum to 120 or unlimited to encourage employees. On the one hand, a capped index may reduce employee motivation. On the other hand, if there is no performance cap, it may increase the company's management costs. Should we adjust the floating setting? For ANZ, I think it is necessary. In the previous raw data, 19.5% of employee performance distributed between 0.9 and 1. In other words, this data can be higher than 1 after making appropriate adjustments. To better encourage employees, I think that a value greater than 100 should apply as an upper limit of performance indicators. From the perspective of controlling management costs, this should not be unlimited, so 110 or 120 can be used as the upper limit of the performance indicators. In any case, I think that the key performance indicators are just a means to achieve passionate employees and happy employees. Now, Zhenzhen will make recommendations and a final summary.
Hey guys, I'm Zhenzhen. Good afternoon. I will provide the suggestion for the company. As my friend mentioned before, there are two elements affect employee performance a lot, which are work remotely and engagement. According to the equation, we set the initial condition for x1, 2, 3, and x4. We can see that the result increased 4% and 15% respectively, when the value for x1 and x3 increased from 0.8 to 0.9 and 4 to 5. Thus, we suggest the company should allow the staff work remotely and do something to enhance employee engagement. For example, play outdoor sports at Friday afternoon or bowling. This social event helps people bond with others on the team whom they don't interact with daily and build a better sense of community within the organization. In conclusion, my friend Manja and Sam provide the introduction and general information for the data, and Amy shows the result furthermore. Yexiang gives you the example of to understand the mode. Lastly, we suggest that the company need to enhance employee engagement and allow the staff work remotely. This presentation takes about 10 minutes, and does anyone has any question?